Hey, what's up? It's Wick for WickieMedia Tutorials, and today I'm going to talk about compression versus equalization. You might wonder if you need to equalize your signal first or if you need to compress your signal first. And there's really no right answer to that question because it really depends on what you want to achieve. To get an understanding of what I mean, let's take a look at how they both work. If we're using an equalizer, we can remove or add frequencies of a signal. If we're going to be adding frequencies and boost frequencies with it, we can actually create peaks that were not present in the original signal. That's what that equalizer does. If we're going to be putting a compressor behind that EQ with those settings, we can actually compress the peaks off it again. In that case, it might be wiser to put the equalizer after the compressor. That way we don't have to compress that much and we don't have to gain so much on the EQ. I'm going to equalize this snare drum and I'm going to give it a boost around 4 kHz. I'm going to give it like a 8 dB boost so you can see how much this peak will increase. You can see that the peaks of the snare drum have become larger. Without the EQ, the compressor would compress around 2 dB, and now with the EQ on, this is compressing about 5 dB. So in many cases, when we're amplifying a lot with our equalizer, I think it is a wise decision to actually put it after our compressor. There's also another situation in which we want to remove some low end of a voice. We might do that before the compressor, so that the compressor doesn't even have to compress on the signal with that low end, so we've got a lot more dynamic range. Another situation where you want to put the compressor after the EQ is when we're EQing with a pretty narrow band, and I'm going to use a guitar in this example. I'm equalizing this guitar and I'm going to put a pretty narrow bell curve EQ. Let's put it around 1.5 kHz or 2 kHz, and I'm going to boost it quite a lot. There's going to be a couple of notes which are going to really stick out because these are having their fundamental frequencies and a lot of their first harmonics and strongly present harmonics in this frequency region. So there's going to be a couple of notes which are definitely going to stick out. So whenever he hits these few notes, you're going to see that these peak a lot. In that case, we could say that we're going to put the compressor behind the EQ because it's making these couple of notes really loud. And then we can use the compressor with a pretty fast attack just to grab the peaks that it's generating. I hope this gives you a better understanding of the signal flow between EQ and compressors. If you got any question, just put them down in the comments section. And if you like my videos, I would love to see you subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. Again, this was Wick for WickieMedia Tutorials. I hope you've learned something today, and I hope to see y'all soon. Peace!